And finally, Arsenal Eze, as Fabrizio Romano gave us. Here we go. We'll talk about that. But Arsenal, I don't think they are stopping there. There's other news that literally just came out after the Eze. Here we go. So if you're watching this, massive news about the left winger as well, and about the addition to maybe Arsenal team in the coming days. Maybe we're hearing something that is unprecedented in the Arsenal history. But hit that like button, people, if you're here. Subscribe to the channel. I am Judge Mo, and I'm your guy here. So hit that like button underneath your video and subscribe to the channel. If you are new here, make sure to do it and turn on the notification bell, because we are always here for you. But as Fabrizio Romano have said, Arsenal have completed the deal of Eze from Crystal Palace. That was the quickest, here we go, I think we got for Arsenal. Maybe it's quicker even than Madueke. After all week, we have been hearing Tottenham agreeing, they are edging, they are close. He can go there, he can go there. They agreed a deal, they agreed personal terms, they submitted a bid, blah, blah, blah. For Arsenal to come in and actually sweep Eze from underneath their feet. Spurs. And there is a reason for it, because Eze always preferred Arsenal. It's always been the case that Eze wanted Arsenal Football Club. And Arsenal needed Eze, in my opinion. And I'm just going to know, I want to know what you guys think. Arsenal needed Eze. Even before the unfortunate injury of Kai Havertz, they needed Eze. So actually, Eze provides something completely different than what they have in the team. He's explosive outside of the box. He actually does things on his own. He's not like someone who just will keep it ticking, will keep the ball moving. He is someone that will dribble, be direct, carry the ball. Physically, he's so strong. I wanted for the long time to see Eze play for a top club that is challenging for the league. As I actually said 2 years ago, I said that I would like to see Eze play for Man City when they were linked to him. But I think a year ago, but they went for Matthias Nunes at that time. And I said that I don't mind Eze going to any club, but him going to Arsenal for a team that need someone like him at their team. They don't have that type of player at the club. Martinelli has failed miserably on the left side. And I'm going to just say this about Eze. His joy is always coming from the left and cutting inside. However, I think he provides something if he plays in the middle. He provides something different than Odegaard, Rice, Zubamendi, and Nwaneri. The physicality, the ball carrying. He might not be the passer that Odegaard is. He might not be the box crasher that Declan Rice is. It might not be the defender that Declan Rice is, or the dictator that Zubamendi is. But he's the explosive they don't have. He is the one that can carry the ball past 2-3 defenders or past 2-3 oppositions by force. He's a force of nature, but he's also technical in terms of like how he dribbles. We saw him against Chelsea the other day literally be the best player on the pitch. We saw him in the cup final against Man City being the best player on the pitch. This is a guy who I think will do as much impact at Arsenal as Ulisse did for Bayern Munich. I know that the talent is different, but the way Eze moves suits the Premier League to the T. That's why he has been a success in the Premier League. And him rejecting Spurs and going to Arsenal this is why you know that he's gonna give everything on the pitch. And again, as soon as the hand of Arsenal have tweeted, as soon as Eze heard that the Arsenal late interest, he told his agent, cut all the communications with Tottenham Hotspur. That's a guy who wants to play for that club. That's why he wants to be a Red. That's why he wants to go, a guy who wants to go to the Emirates. He wants to play for that team. He wants to achieve things with that team. He has actually said many times before that he is an Arsenal fan, and he was in an Arsenal academy, and he was released. And look at him now at the age of 27 going back to the Emirates. What he offers to Arsenal is actually two positions in one. I believe he can start on the left for Martinelli or Trossard or whoever is going to start. Cut inside. He's not your touchline winger, but I think he gets a lot of joy cutting on his right foot. He can cross, he can shoot, he can actually dribble past the pitch sideways, and I think that is something that Arsenal need. That is different than your normal Martinelli, the typical Martinelli that failed, that just drives the ball to the touchline and tried to cross with his left foot. That failed over the last 2 years. Yes, Martinelli had a good season 2 years ago, but he hasn't been a success lately. And Arsenal must sell him, which is the next story that came out from a very, very trusted source about Martinelli being sold. But I want to, the fee for him, it is reported to be between 60 to 65 million pounds, if I'm not mistaken. That is, or 68 million pounds. That is the same as the release clause, but Arsenal are not going to pay all the money up front. He's going to battle Odegaard. He's going to battle Declan Rice for the midfield. But he's also going to play on the left side. And I'm telling you now, this is going to put fire in everyone's belly in that midfield, because he's this guy. He's not going to only settle for playing as a left wing. We know that Eze can play in the middle. His joy, yes, comes from the left, but I believe that he can start maybe as a left 8 and then cut inside. He can start on the left side. Now you need your left fullback to do the overlaps and do the work and go up. And Calafiori has been good. And I think Calafiori can do that job very, very well. He's someone that can actually go forward pretty well. Calafiori. So you don't need Eze to be your touchline winger. He can be an inside forward, as Mohamed Salah is, as a lot of players in the league are, as Omar Marmoush. These players are not touchline wingers. They are inside forward. Martinelli has tried that, but he's not that good. Just be honest. Martinelli is not that great when it comes to trying to cut and score goals. He hasn't been great in the last 2 years. That's why they need Eze. But I'm going to ask you something, and I want you to let me know in the comment section. If there is an opportunity for Arsenal to bring more on that left side and have Eze as an attacking midfielder, would you do it? I know we were going to listen to Fabrizio Romano, but forget Fabrizio Romano. He's talking about the deal on Arsenal offering Eze a wage, and Arsenal offered a better structure than Tottenham Hotspur and all this stuff. But if this news is true, and Arsenal may be getting an 80 or close to 80 million pounds for young Martinelli, I think Arsenal would be absolutely idiotic if they don't cash in. This is Indy Kyla. And actually, the news is in Arabic. And I'm telling you, just Google Martinelli to Saudi Arabia in Arabic and you will see the news. There are Arabic outlets that are reporting that this actually is news, that they are inquiring about Martinelli as a left winger. Which clubs? They don't know. I don't know if it's Al-Nasr. I don't know if it's Al-Ittihad. I don't know who that is. But if this is true, and Arsenal are getting that much money for Martinelli, take it and run. Take it and run. And maybe go for your dream signing on that left side. Right? Martinelli has, I think actually if Arsenal get 50 million for Martinelli, they should take it and run. 50 million pounds. You aren't getting that for Martinelli. This is it. You signed Eze. Martinelli is not going to play much. He isn't going to have a great season. Take the money and run. And now you go to the guy that everyone is saying that is the target. Another report that is saying that he's in London, and I said that earlier in my video, that he's in London, his agent is in London, and he's trying to offer himself to Arsenal and Liverpool. If you're going to get money for Martinelli, and Liverpool are focusing on Alexander Isak, maybe you should snatch that one. I know that City are still linked with him, but it doesn't mean that Arsenal should not try to sign him. The more, the better. Right? If Kai Havertz is injured, you signed Eze as an attacking midfielder or as a left winger. You get Mr. Rodrygo here, who hasn't been used at Real Madrid. He's keep insisting that he wants to stay at Real Madrid, but he's not playing. And Xabi Alonso's not letting him play football. So maybe Arsenal can swoop in and get the money from Martinelli and put it in Rodrygo. That's not too much, right? Like Liverpool had Diaz and had Gakpo, and Liverpool are trying to sign Alexander Isak, so they're going to have Gakpo, they're going to have Ekitike. So what is stopping Arsenal from having an Eze that can start on the left midfielder, can start on the left, and having Rodrygo as the left winger? I think that is very explosive. That provides a lot for Arsenal. Arsenal are trying to go for all the competitions, the Premier League, the Champions League, where they reach semi-final, and the 2 cups. Nobody's going to tell me that Arsenal will not be able to land Rodrygo if they offer the money. No one is going to tell me that Arsenal are not good enough. Currently, Rodrygo is not playing football. Are Arsenal as attractive as Liverpool? Are Arsenal as attractive as Man City? Maybe not, you would say that. But of course, Arsenal are a club that if they land an Eze and if they land Rodrygo, they are in contention to win the majority of the trophies. Are they going to win them? Nobody knows. You don't know, I don't know. But they are there. They are absolutely in the competition. So that's why I think a move to Rodrygo makes some sense. You know what I mean? It makes some sense, especially if you're going to sell Martinelli and up your left winger. Eze is not an out-and-out winger. Rodrygo is an out-and-out left winger or right winger or whatever you want to call it. You're going to have Madueke and Saka on the right. You're going to have Eze in the midfield with Odegaard, with Moreno, with Declan Rice, with Norgard, with Zubamendi, with Nwaneri as well. You're going to have on the left, you're going to have Trossard and Rodrygo. That is good. I'm not sure if that is realistic. You know what I mean? But if you get the money for Martinelli, I think Arsenal should do it. You let me know in the comment section, guys, what you guys think. If Martinelli is only for 50 million, of course, the 80 million for Martinelli or Arsenal are going to take them. But if Arsenal are offered only 50 million for him, should they take the money and run with it and try to sign a left winger or keep the money for something else? I don't know what it is. You let me know, guys, in the comment section. If you are still here, hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, guys. Liking the video makes a lot of sense, and it helps the channel move to the next viewer, and it helps the channel grow. With your help, we'll get to 50K soon. Hit that like button if you guys here. Subscribe to the channel, guys, if you are new, and I will see you guys later.